Hi guys, welcome back to another video. This time I'm going to be talking about all the things happening in the Premier League over the past week. So, first things first, as you may or may not have heard, Liverpool's unbeaten run is over. They lost 3-0 away to Watford in what was quite frankly one of the biggest shocks of the season. Now Liverpool's defence was undone by a brace from Sarr and a goal by Troy Deeney late on in the game. It was a very close game in the first half, I think we can all agree with that, but Watford were exploiting them a little bit. And then they obviously had a very tough team talk at half-time, came out a completely different team and completely outdid Liverpool. Now this is obviously more shocking because a team like Watford, who have been very much struggling this season, who have been in the relegation zone for a while at the start of the season, obviously Nigel Pearson has come in, taken them out of the relegation zone, clearly doing very well. He's beaten the title contenders. In my opinion, what was more worrying to see was how much the Liverpool defence was being exploited. We're looking at some of the best defenders in the world, and I'm not slating Watford, but they just weren't good enough on the weekend, and quite frankly, the better team won. I would be worried if I was Jurgen Klopp, because that wasn't the best performance, especially with a team of world-class players. No matter how many points you are at the top of the table, a result that bad and that embarrassing isn't good enough for the club. And such a club like Liverpool as well is such a historic club that it's got a lot to live up to. It hasn't won the Premier League ever. And even though they are 22 points clear at the top of the table, I wouldn't be happy with that. If I was a Liverpool fan, I would be embarrassed. That wasn't good enough. And I think the defence showed that as well. Andy Robertson looked fuming at the end. You know, you would be if Troy Deeney scored against you, wouldn't you? Having said that though, Liverpool still are 22 points clear at the top of the league. It would take an awful lot for them to bottle the league at this point. I can't see it happening, but stranger things have happened in the world. Liverpool, obviously, very much favourites and still on track to win the league, but they're going to have to pick themselves up from this loss. It was a tough one to take, I can imagine, for the players, but as a team like Liverpool, with the spirit they have, they will bounce straight back and get another victory in the next game. Another shock result, though, Norwich City, who are currently sitting bottom of the Premier League, have in fact beaten Leicester City, which is almost as shocking as the Liverpool-Watford game, to be honest. Leicester have had one of those seasons like when they won the league, when they've just been absolutely brilliant in every single game. James Maddison's been brilliant all season, but they were undone by arguably the worst team in the league. Jamal Lewis scored the goal, the left-back, after another impressive performance for the team. Norwich in recent games have been doing quite well. They played Liverpool last time out and gave them a very good game. It took Liverpool right to the end to win the game. So against the top teams, they're doing pretty good at the minute, which is exciting to see for the team, and there's still a chance that they could stay up this season. It's a very big task, but I definitely think with the games and the performances they've had, they can definitely give it a good go. Wolves have again put another big shift in this season. They have again beaten a top 6 team. Tottenham lost at home again. Wolves have been brilliant this season, I've got to be fair. They came back from behind twice to beat Tottenham 3-2 at the new stadium. Raul Jimenez scored the winner. He's an unbelievable player, I've got to be honest. Doherty scored, which was good because he's in my fantasy team, and Jota also scored. If I was Jose Mourinho, I would not be happy with that sort of result. You're at home and you've got to be doing better than that. Conceding 3 goals at home isn't good enough. So whatever team you are, it's not good enough for a Premier League side. So when the likes of Wolves, who obviously are a very good team, come to your stadium and put 3 against you, you've got to be asking yourself the question, have I made a mistake playing too attacking against a team who can play very good on the counter-attack? You've got the likes of Raul Jimenez, Adama Traore, who's been unbelievable, and Ruben Neves. Great players. But the win has put them up to 6th and very much closer to the Champions League spots. There is obviously going to be an extra space available. Well, an extra place sort of, but 5th place will be going to the Champions League next season, as Man City are obviously banned from European football for 2 years. But there is also another chance for Wolves to get to the Champions League. They are now into the round of 16 of the Europa League, and obviously the winners of that tournament get to play in the Champions League next season. I'm not predicting Wolves are going to win the Europa League, but they played very good, and they beat Espanyol, I think it was 6-2 on aggregate in the last round. And Espanyol are obviously a pretty decent team in Spain, so That's a huge result for them and a huge result for the club. So in that case, European football could be coming to the Molineux next season. Who knows? Europa League this year, Champions League next year. We don't know. We'll have to find out, won't we? Something we don't hear of every week is a manager getting sent off after the final whistle. You don't really hear about a manager getting sent off in the first place, let alone at the end of the game. So strangely enough, Ancelotti got sent off. Well, it could be strange enough to any other fan, but for an Everton fan, you could completely justify his opinions. Ancelotti had to go at the ref after a late winner was denied by VAR again for Everton against Man United this weekend. It was a deflection of Harry Maguire, but Sigurdsson was sat down in an offside position, and it is claimed that he was in the eye line of David De Gea, which obviously let the ball go in. Now, having looked at my opinion, having looked at the screens and having looked at the replays, I think it should have been a goal, and I think Everton should be taking the 3 points. They're very unlucky not to be. David De Gea can see right over the top of Sigurdsson. Sigurdsson's more or less sat down, and David De Gea is about 6'4". So the fact that he didn't have a view of the ball is absolute rubbish, in my opinion. So very late on, I believe it was the 93rd minute, they scored the goal, and it was also obviously disallowed. So Ancelotti was fuming, and he got sent off. What that means to him, I don't know. I imagine he might have some sort of ban. Maybe he'll have to be Duncan Ferguson in charge of the next couple of games. I don't know if he's got to sit in the stands. We'll have to find out. But unfortunately for Ancelotti, it is not a very good day for him or for Everton Football Club. So there were some pretty major talking points this week, and I hope there's going to be some more next time I do one of these videos. But like always, please like and subscribe, and please leave comments down below if there are any suggestions or any feedback for me to make improvements in extra videos or videos in the future. Thank you very much for watching again. See you next time.